Microcap investors, penny stock investors, what have you been hearing more of this year than any other year in recent memory? Buyout, right? Your favorite stock, your favorite company that you've been hoping would go up 10x, 100x in the next 5 years to a decade, all of a sudden gets bought out. Some people are happy, it's quick profits. Other people are angry, they wanted to hold on for a decade and make a fortune. Today, I'm going to talk about why this is happening and how you could see it coming in the future. I am going to look at a report from Atrium Research called Finding the Next Takeout in Canadian Small Caps. My name is Cameron. You're watching Common Sense Investing. Let's get started. Here's the start of the report identifying the 7 stocks that have been acquired in the Canadian small and mid cap space in the past 2 months. What this report is going to do is outline 6 common characteristics of the acquisitions, starting with a list on the left-hand side of potential takeout candidates and then explaining what's going on here. Where Atrium says that they believe that this points to the major disconnect between fundamentals and valuation for small cap Canadian equities, which private equity firms and strategic buyers are taking advantage of. So very simply, valuations are so low. As penny stock investors, microcap investors, you know it, I know it, right? Some of you own some of these stocks and you look at it thinking it should have a market cap of this, and it's got a market cap of that. And that is substantially lower than this, right? But if you're a company looking to acquire another company, if you're looking to grow, if you're looking for specific technology, now is the perfect time because of that low market cap. Some of these potential takeout candidates are stocks that I cover on this channel, and Atrium Research then asked the question, how do we find the next one? Let's get into these characteristics. Poor stock performance. On average, the acquired companies were down 27% compared to their last peak seen in 2021 or 2022, right? That's the attractiveness. They had 52-week highs a while ago, super high share price. Now they've come down quite a bit. In a lot of cases, it's overcorrected where they're down too much. The poor stock performance brings down the valuation, makes these stocks attractive to these larger companies. Number 2, cheap versus US and international peers. As seen across most Canadian equity stocks trade at significant discounts because Canada. For example, H2O Innovation was taken out at 15 times 2024 expected EBITDA compared to a US peer, which was taken out at 25 times earlier in the year. So because Canada has less capital, it's cheaper to buy up these companies. We're seeing more buyouts, right? Profitable. How many times have I heard that word this year, right? 5 of the 7 acquired companies were profitable, with the unprofitable 2 being on a solid path forward. Profitable is huge. Don't tell me that every little garbage penny stock out there with massive net losses and burning cash is going to get bought out. Sick of hearing it. I hear it all the time. My little 1 penny stock is going to get acquired. No, your stock sucks. Companies are looking for profitable companies. Characteristic number 4, and a lot tougher. This is hard, right? Solid growth and tailwinds. On average, the acquired companies grew 42% year over year over the LTM and were expected to grow another 19% in 2024. That's a lot of growth, right? I'm looking at some companies that I like this year, like a Hamilton Thorne getting around 12 to 18% growth would really not come close to this metric other than maybe, expectations for next year. But a lot of the companies that are getting bought out are solid growers right now. So does your favorite stock meet this requirement? Market cap over 100 million. Again, not a lot of these tiny, crappy little companies. 6 of the 7 acquired firms were taken out at a valuation of over $100 million. So pretty much a guarantee that, we're just about a guarantee that if your company is lower than that, not enough people are looking at them, not enough people see them, it's probably not worth all the hassle of actually acquiring such a small company. Wait until they're over $100 million. Private equity friendly. Characteristic number 6. 5 of the 7 companies were acquired by private equity firms. And we need to look for these characteristics in small caps that would fit into a private equity portfolio, such as predictable revenue, clean balance sheet, profitability, etc., right? So not tons of debt, not garbage balance sheets, not tons of convertible debentures sitting out there, warrants that still have to be bought. Like it really needs to be a nice looking balance sheet again for when these companies acquire them into private equity, that you're not dealing with tons of issues. So these are the 6 characteristics that you need to look for if you think that your stock, your favorite little company, is going to get bought out in the near future. However, I found it a little bit chaotic, right? Number 2, cheap versus international peers really doesn't give too much for a metric, just one company, H2O Innovations, while number 5 says it's pretty much guaranteed your company needs to have a market cap over 100 million. So I tried making my own notes and ranking these in order of priority. And really, when I summarize it for myself to keep it simple, stupid, these are the notes that I get. Number 1, market cap of 100 million to 500 million. Number 2, profitable. Number 3, predictable revenue. Number 4, clean balance sheet. Number 5, average of 42% growth and 19% expected. When I simplify this whole report, that's what I get. That's my future criteria for looking for stocks that are going to get acquired soon. They summarize it nicely on this page here. I found very interesting. They're talking about, of these 7 stocks, the premium on the right side is basically the 7 stocks were bought at a premium of 73%. The price versus the all-time high, though, interesting, because a lot of these stocks came down in price. So when I try to look at this table and make some sense of it, at the end of the day, none of this really makes sense to me. I think it comes down to just following the numbers, following that criteria. Basically, all 7 of these stocks fit most of that criteria in some way, shape, or form. When you start trying to break it down and find more consistencies, you just kind of get lost. So in the future, I'm going to be sticking to this. This is their list of companies that they think are going to get bought out or have the highest potential to get bought out in the future. Now, there are 5 stocks that I cover on this channel that actually meet this criteria and are close to the top, as well as there's at least an additional 2 that I know are covered by some other great penny stock investors, Paul Andriola, Ryan Irvine over at Keystone, Hammond Manufacturing, which has done stunningly well over the past year, and Total Telecom. There might be more, but those are the ones that I know about. However, there are some inconsistencies because these are mostly penny stocks, microcap stocks, small cap stocks. So there's some variations here. Like when I look at Kraken Robotics, they have their sales growth of 24%. They're sitting at 66%. Does that move Kraken Robotics way, way, way up the list because of this much higher sales growth than what Atrium has on their chart? And then I look at same with Enterprise Group. They have Enterprise Group at 3% sales growth. Enterprise Group is absolutely blowing it out of the water this year. So is Kraken Robotics and Enterprise Group higher up this list than maybe expected here? Does that put Kits Eye Care, Kraken Robotics, Enterprise Group, and Hammond Manufacturing, some of the stocks that I've talked about on this channel, probably at the highest risk of getting acquired in the near future? And before I let you go for the day, West Coast Kids Cancer Foundation. So if you're looking to give to this channel, thank me for my time. If you're looking for a great little grassroots Canadian charity to donate to this Christmas season, or if you're looking to what I do sometimes, the perfect gift for somebody who has it all, to give a charity donation, West Coast Kids provides support to kids and their families as they navigate childhood cancer and blood disorders, supporting families with small actions that make a big impact every day. They say that their programs make a difference every day. So can you. I think West Coast Kids is a fantastic organization. I'm going to provide a link down below in my pinned comment so you can go check out their information, go do your own due diligence, and see if this is where you'd like to donate your hard-earned money to. Thank you as always for your time. Really appreciate it. You've been watching Common Sense Investing. I will see you again soon.